know what time it is. It's time for the Bizness Hourz on V100.7. It's not a threat, it's a promise.
V100.7, Milwaukee's only hip-hop and R&B. Breakfast Club in the morning, Reggie Smoothest Butter in the afternoon. Kicking it with your dude Promise inside the Bizness Hourz. And oh man, this is the moment we all been waiting for. One of the biggest rap artists in the country, Double MG, Blue Moon. Brand new project Shine is out right now. The one and only for Lauren, Double M Genius.
What's good, bro?
Wale, what's good, homie?
How you doing?
Man, we're doing great, man. Pleasure for you coming through, homie.
It's good to be back.
Welcome back to Milwaukee. What's been, about 3-4 years?
I think it's about two, 3 years maybe.
Okay, it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So first and foremost, man, congratulations on all the success thus far, man. You've had a run.
Thank you so
Album
much.
number 5?
Yep.
Yes, sir. So before we jump into this new Shine project, let's jump back for a second. Album About Nothing.
Yeah.
Amazing project, highly underrated in my opinion. To do an album with Jerry Seinfeld, you know what I'm saying? Like, and one of my favorite records on there was The God Smile.
Yeah.
And to me, when I heard that record, I don't know, and you can confirm it or not, I felt like that's where you came up with the concept for Shine.
That's it. It kind of derived from that song.
Okay,
actually.
elaborate on that. Cause
I mean, a lot of people. I mean, I think you probably the first person that put that together, but it elaborate. I mean, I just kind of I ran with the feeling of that hook,
right?
You know? And I don't know, like I just wanted to do something that just felt that just was way different. Everybody said they want to try to do different, like sounds and different type of albums and stuff. I think I really jumped off the boat with Shine.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I said I wanted to ask you about that personally, because that record was on repeat for me when I bought that album, and then when I heard you was gonna name the new album Shine, I'm like, man, I wonder if this concept or this vibe he was on that record inspired the title for Shine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's what's happening. Then another record, my brother, he had told me I gotta ask you about it. The One Time in Houston record. That dude, we listened to that joint. We was in Peoria, Illinois. We had to go do some promo out there. And me and him on the way back driving to the mill, we listened to One Time in Houston, homie, on repeat the entire ride. So y'all just came to Chicago. Y'all know how that ride is. So we drove, no bull, on I-94 the whole ride, playing One Time in Houston on repeat.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? For real. Like,
that was a special song for me.
Super dope song.
I mean, it was just me stepping outside and had my man Phil on that joint. We actually sampled one of Phil songs that hadn't even came out yet for that joint.
And you sampled the new edition? What was the new edition in there?
Yeah, new edition too.
Yeah, new edition joint.
That was just kind of like me pushing the envelope and challenge myself as a writer. Man,
that was an amazing record. So off of that project, but I just had to say this personally to meet you. That album was fire to me.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. And that to me, I feel like this, and I hear you talk about a lot of things in different interviews about how you perceive yourself. I feel like this. You one of those artists where people ain't gonna realize what you are until later sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these cats gonna go back and have to listen to your records and be like,
I don't know if we're gonna be afforded that because
why you say that?
Music is coming out so fast and so much.
Okay.
Right now, like there might not be a history in music
because of how the game is. It's
double. Every year is doubling the artists. Yeah, doubling. Like
somebody dropping a song right now while we doing an interview.
And everybody gotta be first.
Yeah.
So, you know, we in a race to be first and rather than be the best.
But you know what I think though? I think for people who actually care about the culture and the craft, which seems nowadays to be far and few between, but for people who actually care about music, not even just rap, just music, a lot of times I hear records and music grows on me. I don't always gravitate to something when it first came out.
And I don't think people are gonna be afforded that
luxury no more.
Depends. I mean, you know, if you got a big old corporation behind you, a big record label pushing your songs, like. But I mean, we might not be afforded those opportunities in the future. And that might be the decline of lyricism or people's willingness to embrace lyricism.
So you think like we might get to a point where how like when we was younger we was able to discover stuff that wasn't even our
because it wasn't too much.
Yeah,
you know, Q-Tip one time he told me that all we had to do back in the day is the album promo package and the source and XXL, and then we was done.
Right, you on the road.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? It ain't the same no more.
No,
you know, and it's draining. You know. There's no such thing as going to the airport and think you want to just chill without having to take 100 pictures from people that probably know one song sometimes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the affinity for like celebrity is like at an all-time high.
Especially with social media.
And the you know, there's too much people that are obsessed with celebrities, but they're not patrons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean 100%. It's like somebody enjoys what a person is, not who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even really take the time to understand the time and effort it puts into being an artist, and they quick to have a comment or something about something. They don't even know what it would take to put something out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, have you ever tried to craft to create something in your life? If you did, you would understand what it's like to do this and why so much time and energy put into it, and why you care so much about your product. Why you defend your product. You know what I'm saying?
Precisely.
Like, it's like before you had your daughter. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
It's a kid. It's like you create something, it's yours.
It's very passionate. I mean, that's what art is, though. Art is like an extension of you. Right. Your emotions and your insecurities at times too. Oh, that's all art is.
Do you feel like now though, with like, because when you came into the game, you came in kind of like the last of whatever era we cherishing. That was like the end of it, really. Like,
I think it was more the beginning of the very beginning of this era, more so than the last of it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think you got guys like Luda and like Jeezy and T.I. Like, those were the last of that era. Whereas like me, Cole, Kendrick, you know,
Sean, y'all next wave.
He was the first of this. What's going on now?
Right now, right. Yeah. But see, to me, that at that time, that was exciting to me. Like, I'm gonna be honest, we know rap come in different phases and forms. Like, I kind of hate when people act like whackness or watered downness is new. Like, even if you go to the early 90s,
it's always been stuff.
Yeah, thank you. In the 80s, it was always something that you did.
Wacky D was always in the house.
Wacky D was always in the house. Shout out to Chris Rock. I had Chris Rock on the show a couple months ago.
Wacky D was always in the house. Every year there's a Wacky D.
Right. But I think what it is now is it's oversaturated, and it's too much. Like, it's too much access to stuff. But going back to y'all era, when y'all came in, I was excited because I looked at it like this. To have these group of different MCs and artists out, to me it felt like even if the culture was shifting to corniness or lameness or excess of people not caring about the culture, y'all was so relevant and y'all was actually prevalent and in front of everything, it wouldn't matter. Like, when you got pillars that's doing their thing, you don't have to worry about the excess. The excess always gonna be there. But if you got main people that can uphold the culture to a high level, you don't really gotta worry about the excess.
I mean, I just think it's just flooded now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's flooded. You know, then that could be attributed to the internet. And,
absolutely. You
know, there was you had to go through a certain amount of like requirements to pursue it. Now it's gone.
Right,
you know
ain't no process. You can drop a SoundCloud joint tomorrow.
And then you don't even know if you love this music stuff, but you're in it now.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. Okay, well let's switch over for a second to the Shine album. Now, obviously, you dropped the last project. You took some time. You normally drop like every 2 years almost.
Yeah, well, it was like every year for a minute. I just took, after that album About Nothing, I did, fix some things personally, like business wise. I drop music every year though. So like maybe one or two projects, whether it be a mixtape or an album or two mixtapes.
Absolutely, because the Festivus joint dropped before About Nothing, which was fire, and then
Summer on Sunset dropped before.
Yeah, Valentino.
Yeah.
But so you took that time off to get ready to record this project, and then obviously in the process you had a child, and I just want to know, what did fatherhood mean as far as, because you already were recording before you had the baby, but how did fatherhood play a factor into your recording process?
I be scared. I don't cut corners. I want to make it. I want to be great. Like, I want, well, if I was a fireman, I'd be wanting to be the best fireman in the world. So, so she has something to look to, like, at home. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't exist on TV. Like, I'm the best at what I do. So I just want to, continue to be great, run my race.
Do you feel like, now that you are a parent, do you feel like it affects your process of when creating and what you release?
Nah, because it's just like a basketball player.
Okay.
Like, you could go 0 for 30 and then go home.
Still gonna shoot.
You go 0 for 30 and go home to your baby, and it's still
everything's all right.
You still daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still know you gotta do better than mom.
Okay, got you. So the project is out right now. I listened to it back to back. This is how I look at it. I feel like sometimes as fans, your fans can be your best friends, your worst enemies, because they love what you do or they like you for who you are, but sometimes they don't understand that you're a person. You go through different periods.
Right.
So a cat will be like, I love the Forlorn tape.
Right.
Well, I was in that space when I made the Forlorn tape.
Yeah.
You can't, like, one thing I hate about, like, Nas is my favorite MC. And I hate how people talk about Illmatic so much.
Yeah.
And the reason is because you act like he just stopped being great.
Yeah.
I know that's an opus, but bro, if you just focus on that, you miss how dope it was written was and how he evolved. So I feel like it's unfair to y'all as fans when people love what you do.
They be attached to the moment that they were in.
Yeah.
It's their
What was going on
nostalgia.
in their life.
It's their nostalgia.
Because you made a soundtrack to whatever's on their life.
Absolutely.
But I feel like that's unfair to you as an artist because you got this new project, Shine. I feel like you made this album in the period and space you are now when you was recording.
Right.
I think it's unfair when people go, man, it ain't album about nothing or they ain't gifted and I'm like, but you don't understand, like,
and then I'll be like, I just did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But if you keep doing that,
Like,
then your naysayers will say he hasn't grown and evolved from.
Totally.
Yeah, so I feel like I get frustrated for you because I'm a fan. Besides working in media, I'm a fan of yours first, listening to your music. And I'm like, how do people who consume music not take away different things sometimes? Like, we all consume it, whether it's radio, media, TV, whatever. But how do we not understand, like, these people go through different periods and pockets? You want artists to grow and evolve, and if they keep making the same stuff, we'll be the same critical people saying, man, he keep making the same project. And then when you grow and you try things, we get like, I don't like the PYT record because, you know.
They come up with different, they just come up with different reasons for everything. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you've gotten better at it, because I know before you would be quick to.
You just do shows. You just do shows.
Okay.
And you just be around people that they care about you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I try to distance myself from like all that now. Like, all right, I'm at, because this is what I do. Like, I done wrote hits for other people. I wrote hits for myself. You know, every album I ever put out, it got at least one hit record on it.
Every time.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just keep doing that. Like, I enjoy. I think Shine my best work as far as like painting the picture for bright weather. You know what I'm saying? Like, going into the summer, it feels like a summer album. You know, my goal is to have everybody on the planet at least here at one time.
But so how do you balance out being a creator yourself, right? Knowing like, yo, this project I want to try this. Then knowing who you are as an MC, like, I still want to let people know I can do this. Then I have a core group of fans. Because, you know, of course it's a Wale fan who I like him because I heard a song on the radio. So you got them passive people. Cool. Then you got your core people who've been rocking with you since Nike boots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you got people who came along once you've been with MMG.
Right.
So you got different pockets of people.
I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so polarizing.
Okay.
Because you got a mixture of people that was with me from the Mark Ronson era, and you got a mixture of people that was with me from the MMG era, and there's a mixture of people that was with me from the go-go scene in DC.
Right.
You know, so I mean, but that is me.
You're all those facets.
I am all of that.
Yeah.
And I don't think very many people are. So sometimes those people bump heads with each other. You know, but I'm always me every time. Every time I step up to the plate, I'm always gonna be Wale.
Right. So on this tour, are you focused on performing? You know, it's the Shine tour. So
it's all Shine. I mean,
you're not doing any other
records? It's like 80% of the album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This is the first time I ever done that in my whole career. So
okay.
It's the first time I ever just toured the whole album. It's a good feeling though.
I was like, how that feels to you?
It's a good feeling. It's great, man. I feel like I'm in a new chapter now. So
okay, I know you sold out L.A., Chicago, New York, been selling out, and everything else been packed.
Yeah,
I've been peeping on the IG what you've been up to. So let's go into this Shine album for a minute.
Okay.
One of the records that stood out to me was the Smile joint.
Okay.
With Phil Ade. I first was introduced to Phil, he DMV as well, off of Los.
Phil's in here?
I know he is.
I didn't even know he was in here.
Hello, Phil. What's going on? Hello, brother.
What's up, bud? It's Phil.
For the people, because we for everybody know we filming and we on air, so the camera can see Phil. Everybody listening at home, you won't be able to see him, but Phil is a dope MC himself. I actually caught wind of you, Phil, off of another DMV guy, Los. Los is from Be More. You was on the joint, no pun intended, called Shine.
Hey, Slim.
Yeah.
Why you ain't tell me that, dog?
You ain't know?
Get out. Like, now I'm just playing. Like, just playing. Now I'm just playing under
So the first time I ever heard Phil was ironically on the joint called Shine from Los, and I've been peeping Phil ever since. So the fact that y'all work together and it's organic is dope. But that record that y'all have, and I saw y'all performed it, was it Kimmel or Fallon? Who did y'all rock it on?
Kimmel.
Was it Kimmel? Okay, I seen y'all rocking on Kimmel. first of all, just what was the vibe for you when you got ready to work on that record? And also your daughter's on the song too.
Remember. I just know we was just in the crib one day and that joint. I don't know. I write fast, you know what I'm saying? And it's really no rhyme or reason. I just be like, play a beat and I'm like, I don't feel like going through beats. I'm just gonna write to the first thing I hear.
Okay. So then
that's all I really remember from that joint.
What made you? So then, let me ask you this: then, when you getting ready to grab an artist and put them on the record, do the vibe or the music tell you who you like? Yo, this sound like.
We was in the house all day. Like,
okay, so Phil was with you,
smoking and just watching TV. We was just like, man, like just like to do a verse on this jump. You know? I didn't even think it was gonna be on that album until it just kept getting better and better every time I heard it.
Okay, so let me ask you. You got some lyrics in the song that definitely poke through.
Mm-hmm.
You said some lines about Black Lives Matter. You had we gonna call her Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen you tweeting today too. You was tweeting about her earlier today too.
She's crazy.
But Tommy Lauren, but Wale has dubbed her Tammy. You had the slick line about her in the Lauryn Hill bar, the Black Lives Matter bar, and just the part about black love. You had a lot of, to me, that verse is real potent, and in the content what you're talking about. But again, like I said, I'm a fan of yours, so I process your music different. Other people, I feel like it's over their head.
I don't think I've created enough awareness on that particular song. So I got to figure out more ways to get it to casual listeners.
Okay.
And I'll do that. I'll figure out how to do that. But I know it's a special song, though.
It is. Was that one of the reasons y'all chose to perform that on a TV show?
Yeah. Well, I
mean,
mean,
exposure.
Well, I mean, it's important, isn't it? And it's also fun to perform, though, because I'm saying some real things on there.
No, that's actually one of the deepest records besides the Cocaine White joint.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the deepest records on the project.
Yeah. And as far as like commercially, like that's probably the deepest one that that's been out, like, you know, been played on the radio a little bit, like,
right.
You know,
the blog
from
picked
me.
it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go to some of the other features now. Of course, you got Weezy on the Running Back joint. You got G-Eazy on the Fashion Week joint. Again, when you working on these records, do you have these artists in mind, or does the record finish and you go, somebody else could be added on? How did you determine who you wanted to work for the project?
I mean, we spent a lot of time in the studio, so I listen to things, repetition.
Right.
And you know, it'll come to me. You know, it's very easy. It's not. I don't overthink it.
Okay. And obviously, I mean, relationship with Weezy is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely, y'all all have been affiliated throughout MMG and Young Money and everything like that. So I'm sure it's easy to work with certain people.
Absolutely.
Just meshes well.
Wayne is one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Absolutely. So. You reference listening to the Carter 2 often in your music. And then obviously being a part of MMG, you guys obviously still are one of the best conglomerates in rap music. Everybody doing well. Rose's. First of all, let me say your verse on Trap. Let me just go there for a minute. I don't think people, again, are really listening to what you're saying. Your verse, no disrespect to Rose or Thug, but your verse is the standout for me on the record. And I ain't saying that just because you here. No doubt. Like, you went in on that verse. And that's one thing I know people get at you about too. Like, your features, sometimes they feel like you will go hard on your verses for your features and not so much for your own record.
Having a cameo in a movie, you know, you got one scene to do. Everybody's gonna be like, you stole the show. Like,
right.
You know, like, it's just, you know what I'm saying?
Because
like,
the other thing is the whole focus is you. So it's easy to.
It's easy when you got a feature. It's just like, oh, okay. All I gotta do is just, you know what I mean? It's just the presentation.
Right. So I know you and Ross, y'all both had separate shows in the shot last night. For a second, just what's it like to be a part of MMG? And I know Ross plays a big brother role with you. What's it like to just be a part
intense,
of that?
It's fun. It's
competitive.
It's competitive. It's a lot of pressure, you know. But it's cool though. It's family, you know. Been that way. It's gonna be that way. So
yeah,
you know, everybody on the road right now, hustling right now.
Right.
Everybody.
I see that. I think Meek out there with Gotti. Yeah, and you on.
I think Meek is in Dubai right now. But
okay.
Must be nice.
You working though? You working?
Yeah, I mean, it's all getting money. Everybody's working. I'm sure he ain't out there joint just chilling like that. He's doing some type of work.
Right. Speaking of that, I know y'all dropped that MMG tape last year. Yeah. Which was fire. You had to join. Was the flex on you joint you had?
Oh yeah, with Eric Ballinger.
Yeah. Are you guys in the process of doing another self-made, or is that?
It's a lot of talking going on, and you know, Sav and Dallas and like all the people behind that type of stuff is just trying to figure out how and
the right time.
But you know, I know Meek got a project about to come out, and you know,
Yeah.
Ross just dropped an incredible project. So
Right.
you know, we just the stars got aligned, but we got a lot of music though.
I know y'all do.
A lot.
Right. So, okay. So let me go back into the Shine project. Make sure, man, let everybody know Wale where it's at, where they can get it, how they can get it.
Man, since it's available on all platforms, Tidal, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, you know, the Target, Walmart, everybody got it.
And where can I get tickets, man? If they
Wale Music, right? Yeah, Wale Music, WALE Music. That's for tonight.
you at the rave tonight in the mill, and where you at next? You in the D, Detroit,
Minneapolis.
Yeah. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you want, and then what y'all midway through or
We probably at the Midway Park.
Midway Park?
right now.
okay? You thinking of doing anything Euro or you staying?
Nah, we
staying in
going
the
here Europe this time. Money keep pressing me out to do it, so I think he must got like a secret family over there or something. he keeps saying like, yo, man, we gotta get to London.
He got something over there.
We coming though.
I know one thing I wanted to ask you about, which was big. You a DC kid. Obama held it down for 2 terms. What was that like, man, when you got invited to do that performance at the White House, man?
It was an honor. I was real. It was like cloud nine. It kind of felt like I was like not even there for real.
Right.
You know. And it's one of them things that probably really gonna hit me later on. You know, especially as the people that are in charge right now don't care about us for real. So
right.
You know, just to have that moment before things got grim.
Right.
it was a blessing.
I thought that was a good look for you, especially, you know, with Obama being as polarizing as he was, and then you being from the DMV, and then him inviting you to go in and do that. I thought that was a great look for you, which didn't to me get talked about enough. Like that's
say that
for real. Like sometimes I think people focus on the wrong stuff with you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, you know, I guess it's more lucrative to be upset if you Wale.
Of course. According to Joe Buttons, he like angry Wale.
I'm not mad no more.
You ain't got nothing to be mad about, man. You enjoying your life, you successful. I mean, it's always something that's gonna be going on. But to me, I understand what you're saying though. Like negativity sells, man. People wouldn't watch reality TV if you didn't have fake concocted fights and nonsense. Don't nobody want to see us be regular like this. Then that's reality.
Jerry Springer did numbers for a reason.
Numbers for a long time, man. For a long time. I ain't gonna hold you up too much long, but I know you're a sneakerhead. Congratulations on the sneaker you did with Asics.
Thank you very much.
Are you gonna be copying the Lonzo Balls?
Oh no, I'm gonna pass on that. I mean, I appreciate his hustle and his belief in his sons and all of that.
Right.
The means in which, you know what I mean, some of the things come across a little bit insensitive. So.
Right. Like you said, I can respect the hustle.
I have a daughter, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you say stuff like, you know, just the wording of it, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just think that you gotta be a little bit more careful.
Right, because I saw you put the tweet out.
Yeah, you know, and plus we was poor when I was growing up. So,
right.
You know, telling like if I was a fan of Lonzo Ball, I mean I am a fan of him, but like as a kid, if I was a fan of him, and
if I ain't got no money,
man, you say, well, if you can't afford him, you ain't no big baller. Like,
what does that mean?
Man, I cook your son now. Like,
right.
Now I want to play him. Like I'm gonna cook him. Like you feel me?
Right.
Like, so you know, it was a little bit insensitive though. But I mean, on the flip side, I can like, you know, agree with him being as passionate about his kids.
Of course.
They let the young boy shoot from the half court line in high school when he want to. So I mean, they growing up ball, man. They growing up different, man.
Yeah, but no, like I said, I'm just joking with you because I know I saw that and I know you a sneaker dude, and like you said, I understand this hustle. I mean, again, if you don't go to the big dogs and you want to do it independent on your own and sell your sneaker, great. But again, you can't. Michael Jordan and Nike never said, yo, if you can't afford these,
you're lesser.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a little insensitive.
Very insensitive.
Again, it's just two ways to look at it.
Absolutely.
I'd be crucified if I said any of that stuff on TV.
That's like you said, if you don't got shine, you ain't a good parent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like people flip their lid. Like what?
You putting some unneeded pressure on people.
Right, absolutely. And I know you still a big wrestling dude. I know you was in the WWE.
Yeah, that's my immediate turn off the industry. Like when I don't want to think about
zone out.
Hollywood or the music industry, I just watch that. Like, get me out of here.
Who you digging now in WWE? Cause you know it's changed so much.
It's just changing a lot.
Yeah.
It's changing a lot. I mean, you know, I got friends like New Day. Those like real friends of mine. We chill and all
that you rock with.
You know, AJ Styles. You know, I like a good story. You know what I'm saying? Like, So, I mean, I pretty much watch Raw whenever I can.
When you get some free time.
And there's a what's the name tomorrow too? There's a pay-per-view tomorrow too.
We just had
catch that.
You know, they just had one here. They did one at the Bradley Center here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did. Whatever that last one was in March, they did that here live.
That was right after. Yeah, that was right after WrestleMania.
Yeah, right after WrestleMania. Cause you was at WrestleMania, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was there. I've been there the last 3 years. Last 3 years we went.
So if you could,
we making it a tradition now.
I see. So you remember during the Attitude Era when they did the Ruthless Aggression, when they let the rap artists remake the
the Aggression album. Yeah.
So if you could do one of the,
I've been trying to get them to let me do that.
Who told you to do?
I don't know, but I mean I've been trying to, open that box again and trying to do that with them. I mean, we've been in talks a little bit, but I think we gotta get it. We gotta get the buzz going a little bit.
I mean, right now is a great time for you to hit somebody with a cheer.
It's a two-way blend. It's a two-way blend.
Okay.
They gotta give me the green light.
They gotta get that green light.
Mm-hmm.
And then, man, the last thing I just want to ask you about is when you get into that creative zone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it better? Like right now, for people who can't see, we got a bunch of people you rock with, crew. You know what I'm saying? In here with you. Mm-hmm. When you're in that creative zone, is it you want people around you, or you want to be on your own by yourself?
It's different. It's just different. Shine, it was like more parties in the studio every day for real.
Okay.
I am interested to see what happens if I just sit with the engineer and like maybe one person and just do a whole album like that. But
okay.
It was definitely like we was having parties every day. Like parties, studio party in the house, party in the car.
Right.
It's always a party. Like
Well, it's actually a live. I mean, for the certain, except for like I said, the Cocaine White record and the certain records that.
But even CC White is like still up. It's
still fun. The content is dark. But
exactly. Yeah.
You know who used to do that a lot?
I'm proud of that record though. He's a what?
You know who used to do that a lot? DMX was good at that.
Oh yeah,
X content was always dark, but like Party Up is not a fun song. Like if anybody, that's his biggest record. But if you ever listen to that song, that ain't a fun song. He talking about he dissing Corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a fun record. Get It on the Floor wasn't a fun record. He talking about a chainsaw.
He just had a lot on his mind.
But X had a great way of, like I said, having dark content but dressing it up to where it could sell records, and that's
pills and applesauce, man.
Man, all day. So obviously, right now that the single with G-Eazy Fashion Week is out, what we looking at for we got an idea for the next joint?
Man, you gotta call Mrs. Julie Greenwald, Mr. Michael Kaiser.
You gonna make me call Atlantic?
You gotta call him, man. I gotta call them, man. This is a different album, man. There's gonna be a lot of unorthodox releases because music business is constantly changing. But the feedback has been just so crazy. Like, I normally pick singles off the shows, but I
it's hard to choose.
I don't know.
What's getting the best reception?
That's why I don't know.
Smile, maybe.
It's all like the same level of like passion coming from the fans, for real.
Right.
And I don't want to get too caught up in the numbers on streaming because I don't know like. How or why, like, there's no real algorithm that can really accurately depict what song. Yeah. Whereas, like, I've always listened to my fans at the shows, but I really can't tell right now.
Because you say you sprinkling in some of the old, but you mainly hitting it with the new project.
Absolutely.
So it's hard to kind of gauge what they gravitating towards.
I mean, every night it could be a different song, and sometimes I be forgetting to do big songs at the shows. I be forgetting to do them, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm gonna put this song. I don't gotta look at the list. I'm gonna just do it, and then before I know it, the show's over, and I'm like, damn, I forgot to do this song.
So the set list. So you don't have a per se.
I do, but I'm very erratic on stage. Like I'm very like I'm like a product of like Black Thought. Eric Roberson, like these dudes make up stuff, or Stokely, you know what I'm saying? Like these dudes make up stuff while they on stage and they maestro the band. Yeah. And I'm the only person that do that in hip hop. The only person in the past 10 years that do that in hip hop. What you do? I turn the congos up, I turn the bass down, I put the keys up
and switch it up
and do the song a different way. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. Like that's why my band is always ready to kill me.
They gotta be on point then.
Yeah, nah, we've been playing together for 10 years. So,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? We've been playing together since we was kids in Northeast, just playing in the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we done BT, we done all type of stuff. Yeah. Kimmel and Fallon and all these shows, Letterman.
Right.
So
you still trying to get Ellen?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think you got, not mine.
We ain't gonna go there. Now you just made me think of something. You mentioned Stokely from Mint Condition. I always wondered, how did that come about? I know he did a lot of dope stuff on Gifted for you.
He's just one of my favorite singers of all time.
Yeah, he got a real distinct voice.
He's like go Michael Jackson and like everybody else, but on top of that, everybody else, Stokely right there.
Yeah,
you know, been a big Mint Condition fan, and then Stokely got his solo project coming out soon too. I'm on that too.
So did you reach out, or did y'all have a mutual connection? How did you end up linking up with him?
I reached out to him, and everybody was like, I don't get it. I'm like, bruh, just let me do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was in the studio with us like 80% of making Gifted.
Yeah, he was.
And, you know, he's going to be a big part of my next project, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Like every album been kind of a different vibe of people, but I think now we got our home base now. You got Money, you got Phil, you know, Steve-O, you know, we got our people, you know? Right. And we'll have different people like a Stokely come in, or DJ Premier, Alchemist, you know what I'm saying, in the future, like, you know, come in. But no, now we got our home base.
So as far as Blue Moon, let me ask you that on the last note. Are you looking to ask for Blue Moon? Are you looking for Blue Moon to just be your imprint?
Kind of trying to, but we really just want to get the business right, like get it. We don't have enough execs. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have a coach. Okay. You feel me? Like we got all these all-star players, but we need to find the correct coach. Like the correct.
Phil a part?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we got to find the right, like, you know, there's not enough young Russell Simmons, not enough young Puffies.
Right, anymore.
You know? Because they just want to be Puffy in the Hypnotized video. They don't want to be Puffy taking the train from...
People want to look the part, don't want to be the part.
They don't want to be Puffy taking the train from Harlem to D.C.
Getting fired from Uptown.
They don't want to get their hands dirty.
Right,
they don't want to find the art. Everybody want to be in the VIP. No, everybody want to be in the game. Don't nobody want, you know.
Well, I always say people don't want to work with you. They just want to ride with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to go to work with you. They just want to be a part of that ride when you get to wherever you're trying to go. They don't want to be a part of the process. Yeah. And to me, it's more beautiful when people actually a part of the process to say they actually helped it happen.
Oh, no, but you know, we have an interesting story though. Like we gonna tell everybody one day, but right now we worry about Sean. But I know, you know, feel like we ride it. Like, till the wheels fall off. I know that. Like, you know, some people I've questioned in the past. I don't question him because we already been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Right. A lot. Like we just had our own trials and tribulations like through the past 2 years. Yeah. And it's like, all right, we gonna rock. You know what I'm saying? And if you gonna get down with us, like it's gonna have to be a very, very, very mean, grueling little test you gonna have to go through because I've been stabbed up a whole lot of times.
Yeah. So it's a process. Well, man, Wale, appreciate you coming through, man. It's a pleasure and an honor to sit down with you, man, to chop it up with you about this new project.
I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely.
Very, very, very well done interview.
Appreciate it, brother.